I'm Janine from Purple Room Yoga, and today I'm going to guide you through a sequence of 5 poses that are good to do when you're short on time. It's a great way to cross-train for life. You might want a couple of blocks or a strap handy to support you if your shoulders are a little tight or your balance is a little precarious or you have trouble reaching the floor. So I will guide you how to use those in a bit. So we're going to come to the front of your mat, starting in mountain pose. Your feet are hip distance apart and parallel. Spread the toes wide. You're going to lift up through the front of the body, feel the abdominals lifting, the quads lifting, and then you're going to bend your knees, hinging at the hips, keeping the spine nice and straight. So you have that same lumbar curve that you have when you're standing. You maintain it as you sink the hips into Utkatasana, awkward pose. And now instead of the arms going up like is traditional, we're going to interlace the fingers behind you in Yoga Mudra. You're going to make one fist with 2 hands, squeeze the shoulder blades, and reach the knuckles back. And here's a great place for a strap or a towel. If your hands don't connect, you can hold on to the strap behind you and kind of walk the hands toward each other until they're as close together as you can get them, squeezing the shoulder blades and reaching the strap away from the hips. Or if you're in Yoga Mudra, palms pressed together. Try not to let the wrist pop open. See if you can bring the palms and wrists together. This gives you more shoulder opening. Trying to touch the shoulder blades together. This creates a little chest opening, shoulder opening, while we're maintaining Utkatasana in the lower body. Feeling the feet pressing into the floor. Glutes are working. Inner thighs are working. Abdominals are working. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sink the hips a little bit deeper. And then press through the heels to stand up. Interlace the fingers behind you with the other fingers on top. So whatever thumb is on top, switch all the fingers over so the other thumb's on top. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Bend the knees. Utkatasana. Feel the weight coming back toward your heels. Feel the knuckles reaching away from the hips, or again, grabbing the strap or the towel. Squeeze the shoulder blades to strengthen the muscles in the upper back and open the chest and the shoulders. Creates a little bit of an upper back bend as you're strengthening through the lower body. If you like, you can also take a block and place it between your thighs as a little added effort and support. Helps you really fire up those inner thighs. Take another inhale. Exhale, sink the hips a little bit deeper, and then press through the heels, use the glutes, and stand up. Remove the block if it's there. Bring the blocks in front of you. We're going to come into a standing figure 4. So we're going to start again in mountain pose and come into Utkatasana with the legs. Bring the hands together in front of the heart and shift your weight into your left foot. Feel the weight into your left foot, about 80% of your weight. And then when you're ready, cross your right ankle over your left knee. This might be plenty, or lower your gaze and hinge forward with a flat back. Feeling that hip stretch on the right side. Now you can stay just as you are, or bring the hands to blocks, or you can go to a wall and grab onto a wall. Maybe sit the left hip back toward the left heel. Feel the left foot pressing into the floor. Left glutes are working, right glutes are stretching. Feel the spine lengthening forward. Nice flat back, tipping from the pelvis. Try not to round the spine. Take another inhale. Exhale. Press down through the left foot and come all the way up to stand. And then lower the foot, coming back to mountain pose. Bending both knees into Utkatasana. And then shift to the right. Keeping the left foot on the floor for now. Really establish that standing leg with your right leg. And then cross the left ankle over the right knee. Lower your gaze first. Find a new place to focus your eyes. And then hinge forward with a flat back, tipping from the pelvis. Feeling the stretch in that left hip as you bend the right knee deeply. So this pose is wonderful for both strengthening and stretching and balancing. It's kind of a 3-for-1 special. Breathing in. Breathing out. Press the right foot into the floor as you bend the right knee deeply. Lengthening the spine as you inhale. Relaxing the left hip more as you exhale. Take another deep breath in and exhale. Bring your gaze forward. Press down through the right foot and come all the way up to stand. And then lower the left foot to the floor. Release the hands down by your sides. Bend your knees and hinge forward over the legs. Now, if you have osteoporosis, you want to keep the spine straight. And so it's just a hip hinge. Maybe the hands come to blocks. Maybe the hands come to the floor. You can keep the knees bent or straighten the legs. If you do not have osteoporosis, you can keep the knees bent and melt forward over the legs, giving you a nice spine stretch. Maybe adding a hamstring stretch by lifting the hips higher. The hands might come to blocks. The hands might come to the floor. The hands might be on your shins or thighs. Just place them somewhere comfortable. Let the head drop. Let the weight of the head create a little traction for the neck, letting the neck lengthen. Letting the shoulders relax toward the floor. Letting the rib cage be heavy, melting away from the hips. Feel the nice hamstring stretch in the backs of the legs. Feel the spinal stretch as the rib cage softens toward the floor. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Take another deep breath in and exhale. Bending the knees. Walk your feet back to the back of your mat. We're going to come into a plank pose. Stacking the shoulders over the wrists. The hips are lower than the shoulders but higher than the feet. So you don't want to hike the hips at all. You also don't want to sag the hips toward the floor. Feel the front body lifting into the back body. Feel the top of the head reaching forward. The heels pressing back. Make sure you're not looking at your feet. You want to gaze straight down from your eyes as the head is in line with the spine. Feel the glutes working, the inner thighs, the quads, the abdominals. If this is too much, feel free to do half plank with the knees on the floor, keeping everything engaged. Breathing in. Breathing out. Take another inhale. As you exhale, lower the left knee to the floor and step the right foot forward to a lunge. And you can take your blocks and bring your hands to the blocks on either side of your right foot. You can bring your hands to your right thigh, pressing the chest away from the thigh, or you can reach the arms high. Shoulder blades go down and wide so you can see your biceps in your peripheral vision. Whatever variation you choose, feel your feet pressing into the floor, engaging the left glutes, lengthening the tailbone down toward the floor. Feel a little lift of the chest, just an indication of an upper back bend. Shoulder blades go down the back. Collarbones are wide. Breathing into the stretch in the left hip, no matter what variation you're in. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. One more inhale. And bring the hands down if they're up. Step the right knee next to the left knee. And step the left foot forward to a lunge, melting the hips forward. Feel your feet pressing into the floor, engaging the right glutes. And again, hands can be on blocks, hands can be on the floor. Maybe your hands are on the left thigh, pressing the chest away from the thigh. Maybe the arms reach up. Shoulder blades go down and wide. See your biceps in your peripheral vision. Feel your feet. Feel the stability of your feet pressing into the floor, helping you find that nice stretch in the front of the right hip. Breathing in. Breathing out. Take a deep breath in and release. Step the left knee next to the right and just sit back into child's pose. Maybe the head rests on the floor. Maybe the head rests on a block. Breathing in. Breathing out. Just let the body drop. Take another deep breath in. And a slow breath out. And then come rolling it up to sit. Thank you so much for joining me today. I recommend taking a little Shavasana, lying down on your back and closing your eyes just for about a minute or so to help integrate all the poses into your body. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching.